In the ACCOMPLISH projects, we try to develop this innovative valorisation concept. And before getting into all kinds of new ideas, we wanted to know more about the issues of co-creation itself. So barriers and enablers of co-creation, and this is what happened in Work Package 2. Not only from the university perspective, but from the perspective of all the different quadruple helix partners, so government, industry and societal organizations as well. And in the Work Package 3, research design and research communication play a central role in actually getting into the process of co-creation. So research design is all about opening up the scientific process and trying to bring in stakeholders right from the beginning.
Each consortium partner conducted a focus group interview session with stakeholders from societal organizations, industry, academia and government. And we addressed questions of impact and co-creation, the way they work, the enablers they could identify and also the challenges they face as they work together. I would say the key findings are that it goes back to very basic social psychological things. It's about relationships, about building trust, confidence. It's about finding a common ground for communication, common terminology, about openness, about addressing questions that occur throughout the project. And I would also say that it's about finding a common rationale for doing what you do, I think.
Another key finding of the literature review is a sense in which impact is not necessarily only seen as an end product of research, but that impact is also something that takes place along the knowledge production process. So we have come up with a new term of impact for the ACCOMPLISH, which is more about procedural impact or connective impact, and that is all the relations, all the collaborations, all the output that is already emerging as we do research with external partners.
It's not purely an individual endeavour for us as researchers, and I think it's nested within our institutions and the context in which we work. So actually what we're advocating is a much broader model of research design that doesn't just concentrate on the individual things that researchers need to do, but also on the context in which those researchers work. So we've come up with a model that incorporates values and attitudes, both of the institution and of the individuals that work within that institution. Experiences and understandings, so building on what people are already doing and understanding more about the co-creation work that they do, what works, in what circumstances and for whom, and systems and structures that exist to help researchers or to actually hinder them in their co-creation efforts.
If you were a member of the SSH community and you would start thinking about impact, you should start thinking about yourself. So you should ask yourself pretty much the question, what do I want to achieve in the world? Who do I want to work with? And you should be very clear about stating your mission and defining your objectives. Because if you're able to have a clear idea about where you want to go, then you also have a much better chance of getting a benchmark for how you're doing it.
With the ACCOMPLISH project, we will deliver what we promised, an innovative valorisation concept. Instead of valorisation, we actually rather talk about impact from social sciences and humanities. In the future, we expect with our work that actually what we did here today and in the upcoming years, people will say in 30 or 40 years, well, they did a great job, but we are co-creating anyway, because this is the thing that we need to do to actually be of added value to society, to policy, to industry and to society at large. So what we do now is just the beginning of something really huge.